Hey y'all, welcome back to another cash stuffing. My name is Megan if you are new, and today we'll be cash stuffing April paycheck and number 1. So I've got my cash planning sheet and I'm going to put it over here to the side. And I can't remember how much we're cash stuffing, so let's just count it up real quick. 20, 40, 60, 81. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. And 2. So today we're cash stuffing $327, and as per usual, this does not include my wallet because I always pull out the money and grocery shop same day, most of the time, 95% of the time. But I do have some money that I can put over into our rollover. So groceries has some left. So we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now, 12 of this has to stay because, let's look for the worst ones. This is what we need for eggs for next week from our egg dealer, as somebody called it last week in the comments. We are able to get eggs right now for $3 a dozen. He has been $3 a dozen from the very beginning, and which has been such a huge blessing considering there was a point where they were like $7, $6.50 to $7, and I just, man, if you can find an egg dealer, it will save you some money for sure. And it's so funny because it's his wife's hobby. She loves chickens. I mean, I have chickens. I've had chickens ever since I was like 6 or 7 years old. I love them as well. But the thing is they don't eat eggs. Like, they eat them, but they're not like, we can go through an 18 count in a day if we have like breakfast for dinner, and I'm baking, and then breakfast for my kids and I for, that day. And I'm just like, I don't know how you don't eat eggs. That's just, growing up with chickens since I was a child, you eat eggs. Anyways, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $6 going into our rollover. I haven't had any rollover money the past 2 weeks, so I'm excited about that, even though it's just $6. Okay, so straight into high priority, which I did a little redecorating. So I have my little high priority bookmark from the collab with the Millennial Dollar and Simply Budgeted. I did switch out the charm. I finally made an order from Crafted by Coco since after like 2 years of following her. And I thought this was so pretty, and of course I got one with an M for my name. And then this is from Lana at Coins of Grace, and then she'll customize it from like your name, your color, your hair color, and like texture. And then I switched out my, hope you can see that, I switched out my little bow here with a sage green one from Simply Budgeted as well. And then new envelope inserts that I just did from on Canva. And this is also from Crafted by Coco. I think I had this last week, but I just didn't mention anything. All right, so that is it. Just a little spring revamp. I really love the way it turned out. So home repair is getting 5. So home repair now has 500 in the bank. 5, 5, 10, 15. We might be getting a new ceiling fan for our bedroom because it has like 5 or 6 speeds, but only 2 will work. And we really need a fan in Texas, especially in the summer. Even in the spring, it's been getting hot. I will have to admit that we have been running the AC for the last week and a half. Not throughout the entire day, just in the hot parts of the day. But yeah, that's crazy. Super, super crazy. Automotive is getting 10 this week. I finally switched out that $1,000 placeholder because we did have to spend a little bit of money a couple weeks ago. So kind of just got a mixture here. We have 500, 700, 800 in the bank, 8, 10, 20, 30, 35, and 40. So $840 now in auto. Travel is getting 30. Snot has 20, 30, 31, and 32. We need to save up for our next trip. But that shouldn't be until mid-May, unless something comes up. Family Fun is getting 15. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. So we'll have about $100 after next week's cash stuffing to take with us to the Bluebonnet Festival, which I think will be plenty. We don't usually, we look more than we spend, thank goodness. Birthdays is getting 15. So now we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Gifts isn't getting anything this week because I already spent it. So I guess it technically got something, but I've already spent it. Blessings is getting 5. Snot has 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. I hope everybody's April is going well so far. Homeschool is getting 5. Snot Homeschool has 100 in the bank, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So if you follow me on Instagram, I had a kick in the pants the other day for sure on Monday, which was March 31st. All right, clothes is getting 10, and that's all that it has. We had a dentist appointment, and it just did not go well. Not the news I wanted to hear. Tools is getting 10, and that's all that it has. Costco is getting 100. Anyways, so I went to get a second opinion on Monday, and they told me the same thing, so I guess at least they were on the same page. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 100. Anyways, so we were referred to another dentist for treatment, and the specialist said it was not as bad as it looked. So, it will be costing us quite a lot of money, but it's not as bad as it was going to be. So we are super, super thankful about that. All right, so Costco now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 91, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 114. I just went shopping yesterday and spent just a little under 300. Anyways, so March ended bad with some bad news, but April, that bad news ended up being not so bad because I'm so sorry I keep getting cut off by my kids. But so the beginning of the week and the end of March ended up looking really bad, but the beginning of April and then the end of the week of this same week, things are looking up. So I'm super, super thankful about that. And, a lot of stress has been relieved. So praise God for that. Toiletries is getting 5. So now it has 10. I hope that wasn't too much rambling. So that just means a lot of our savings challenges, if not most, is just going to go straight to savings for those dental procedures. Health is getting 5. Thank goodness we have dental insurance though. So health has 10 now. All right, and that is it for our high priority. All right, just a few in our low priority. Let's see. Oh, so I did this one as well. Same bookmark, same keychain. I switched out the bow purple to kind of complement my new dashboards. So this is also from Coins of Grace, and this is just a matte, and then I'm overlaying it with one of her other dashboards. I thought that went together so pretty with the purple, and then the purple little butterfly paper clip from Crafted by Coco, and then of course new inserts as well. I thought the green looked good, you know, with the rest of the green on here. So okay, so we're going to go to outdoors, which is getting 10. My grandma wants to go plant shopping, and I don't want to be the only one not buying plants, so I'm going to at least get one. Tabernacles is getting 5. So now we have 100 in the bank, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think I'm going to get like a climbing rose, because I have some on one of our fences, and I kind of want to get some more. They were already here when we moved here, so I don't know the specific variety, but I want to get some more to kind of, you know, fill out the fence. Okay, so it's Tabernacle Anniversary is getting 5. So now we have 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, and 70. Getting so close to that first 100. I'm so excited. Mommy and Me is getting 5. So I have 10, 20, and 25. And then, let's see, we're going to skip to Kitchen. And Kitchen is going to get 5. So now it has 10, 15, and 20. All right, and that is it for our low priority. All right, and we get to start a new month in our Birth Flower Challenge. This is a new dashboard from Wallet Well and a paperclip from Crafted by Coco. I thought they looked really good together. And let's see, we're going to go to April. All right, so today we are giving it 10. And if you're new here, this saves $100 each month, and we are saving this to put towards our big annual Sam's/Costco trip for 2026. All right, so the first $10 for April is going in. And these are in my Etsy shop, which is always linked in the description. All right, and finally on to our challenge binder. I didn't do anything new with this one, so this one's the same. All right, our sushi challenge is getting $6. So 5 and a 1. So now we have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. All right, $30 left to go. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to scratch off 2 for next week. Because, of course, a big one, 9. The biggest number we've gotten so far. I guess we got one before. But I already know that my husband's going to be getting some overtime next week. So, I don't know. Should I scratch another one? We have $30 left and there's only 4 spots. Let's just do it. Ah! Of course. All right, so $17 going in our sushi challenge next week, but I really want to get this one finished. I'm ready to move on, get a new scratch off. I have a couple from Omama Budget that I want to start. You got some of that. Okay, and then our Stars Worship challenge today is getting 5. So we've saved 10 so far, and it looks like we're going to do the Big Dipper. I think what I'm going to do, so I think I'm going to just kind of put some blue on these dots on the Big Dipper. All right. That looks great. All right, so $10 already. This one saves 50. All right, no dollars for this one. Just didn't have any little extra dollars hanging around. Our Texas challenge is getting 5 today. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 35. And let's do the Longhorn. Okay, let's do it orange for all the UT fans out there. All right, I love the way this one is turning out. It looks great. All right, and then our savings, yeah, I got savings challenge, is getting 10. So I have 10, 20, and 25. All right, so this is our last, like, somewhat small number. The rest are either 15, 20, or 25. Okay. Looking good. Isn't this just so cute? This one's from Omama Budget, which I believe she's having like a really big sale right now. If it's still going on, I think she's going to be closing up shop for a while or something like that. So go check her out. If it's still open by the time this video uploads, of course. Our July savings challenge is getting 10. So now you have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Awesome. $50 is not too bad, considering I don't need this until mid-July. Okay, let's get these leaves colored in. This one is also in my shop. Of course, I have all the months, and the amounts are customizable. All right, so almost halfway through on this one. I think for the Walking Dead challenge this week, our 30th birthday savings challenge is getting 5. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, and 90. I think I said last week that I calculated that I can finish this one twice before October of 2026 if I do $5 a week. Yeah, that does not check out. From now until then, it's like $325. I don't know what I was doing or where I got my math wrong on that one, but we'll have to step this one up here in a little bit, because we're definitely not going to be able to do this one twice at this pace. That's okay. I think I said if we only get through it once, we only get through it once, and whatever we have finished, if we start it again, is just what we'll have. All right, and on to one of my favorite challenges that I'm doing right now, our Friday challenge. So this week we are doing April 4th and February 7th. So that is $11. So you have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So 135. I apologize if you can hear my kids in the background. They are playing video games. It's like the only way that I can manage to film a video, especially not during nap time. And then our $2,500 challenge is getting 10 today. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 100, 200, 300, 2,300 in the bank. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95. Oh, just $5 short. So that was 2,395. So we can cross off this 10. And then my oldest is getting 5 this week. So now he has 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. This is just going into our kids' savings. And we just do 2 a week. So the 2 oldest 1 week, and then the 2 youngest the next week. It might not seem like much, but with 4 kids and, you know, we're still trying to pay off things and things come up. I'm very happy with $5 for them every other week. And then my daughter is getting 5 as well. So now she has 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. And this isn't for like spending money or anything. This is just money that we'll put into their savings account. I might give them, you know, $5 or $10 or something like that once the challenge is completed. But most of it will be going into their savings. They definitely like to spend money too, just as much as we do, that's for sure. All right, and lastly, we have our rollover money. Okay. So this is for April 4th paycheck. I'm going to put April down here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $6 for this week. Great. All right. All right, so that is it for this week's cash stuffing. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Sorry if I did, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Bye.